you're in the USA, you should be able to say what you want. I agree with you, but I'm on a
Yeah.
platform that I don't pay for, right? It's a free service, and it's now part of my livelihood. So I hope you can understand why I am careful with the things that I say, right?
Adam, one of my followers commented this though, and I do want to get your thoughts on it.
Okay.
They basically said that while YouTube, Facebook, Instagram are private companies, being a private company doesn't give you the right to infringe on people's First Amendment rights. What are your thoughts on that take?
Okay, I agree.
Mhm.
And even look at Twitter. Look at the case that they've got against John Doe.
Yeah.
They're citing Section 230. They're not liable,
Yeah.
even though they're now picking and choosing what is allowed on their platforms.
Mhm.
Clearly, they've removed people. They removed you, Savannah. Why? Because they're choosing that your stuff was too extreme. Even though I followed your content, you only posted what was actually happening. You weren't saying this is happening and then giving some spicy take on it, some crazy opinion.
Mhm.
You were literally just, and you were very clear on it. I just say what was happening right in front of me in the video. They didn't like that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my favorite part about video too. It's like it's very, very difficult to try and take out of context what's happening when the people are viewing it with their own two eyes. Like,
Yeah,
granted, people do deceptively edit things, but it's like that was the beauty of live tweeting was being like, this is what's happening right now on the ground. And I'm
exactly.
not editing it. Like, here's 2 minutes of raw footage. You
Yep.
form your own opinions on it. But again,
Yep.
like, we're not allowed to do that anymore. We're not allowed to see that. And man, dude, America, where you at?
Right.
Where did our freedoms go?
Yo, I would love to not have to worry about um censoring myself, because
Yeah.
I admit that I do, but I have to. I'm not a part of some big huge company. I am setting out. I have set out by myself, right? And I will continue to do so, right? And I now have to worry about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm on Odyssey. You want to go check out the videos that were deleted? You can go check out my Odyssey channel, right? And maybe I'll move there eventually so that I can be free to talk how I want. But they're still getting things set up. It's not YouTube right now. I
Yeah.
have a channel on YouTube with a large presence. And if YouTube yeets me, then they do it. And I'll move to a different channel, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well, and
and I'll
see, and
deal with that as it happens.
that's what I want people to realize as well too is because I was very, very hardcore in regards to just I'm gonna say whatever I want because I'm 100% against self-censorship, and I still do live by those same standards today. But in saying that, I know that if you live out that way, like, for example, I work for Blaze TV right now, so it's not like if I lose my YouTube channel, I won't be able to pay my bills.
Right.
Whereas this is your livelihood, so I feel like people do need to understand that, like, unless you're backed by a network, unless you have millions of dollars, unless you have the money to pay for your free speech at this point, because that's what we have to do in this country. You have to
True.
pay for your free speech. I'm currently
Sadly.
building a website because all of my footage got deleted and I'm not allowed to talk about certain issues that are affecting this country because I have to pay for my free speech and I have to build the infrastructure for it because it does not exist on these platforms.
Yep. I mean, that's what Trump's doing.
Mhm.
And I'm seeing his posts all the time now on Twitter.
Same. Did you see how he was roasting Joe Biden? He was like,
True.
was Hunter Biden put in charge of
Oh, that was
the
so
gas
brutal.
shortages? And I was like,
That was so brutal.
oh
Of
my
course,
gosh.
he kind of dunked on his son a little bit,
Yeah.
because his son called out Joe Biden being like Carter, and how they're both failures,
Mhm.
and then everyone freaked out, and then some people ran with it, and then Trump said, "Who's comparing him to Carter? Carter failed, but Biden's actually making us fail. He's making it worse. So he's worse than that." And I was like, damn, your son tried to compare him, and you basically said, no, he's way worse. It's like,
He's like, don't disrespect Carter like that. And I was like, oh.
I know. It's like, dude, you could have called him first.
Ah, Trump is such a savage. I really do miss him. Like,
Yeah.
again, too, like there's moments where I'm critical of him, but then there's moments when I see him, like, for example, there was like a derby race, and I guess one of the horses was on, I don't know, horse steroids, and
Oh,
Trump was
yeah.
like, that horse is a junkie. And I was like, damn, I really miss tweets like that. Like, that's hilarious. Like, who the
That
hell
horse
called
is
a
a
horse a
junkie. They should
junkie?
have named him Hunter.
Yeah. I'm like, Trump's brain is just so unique, man. I miss it. I
Yeah,
really do.
yeah, he'll be back. You know,
Ah,
he's nothing can keep that man down.
what a guy. What a guy.
His family is, they're a strong family. Did you
Mhm.
ever watch my deep dive on his family?
Nope, but I need
Cool.
to. I'm gonna
It's a
add it to the
cool
list of things. I have, like, a long list of documentaries I need to watch, and
Me
that's
too.
on the
Yeah.
list now.
Mhm, mhm. There's a lot going on.